Most people would say the opposite of distraction is focus, but that's not true. That in fact, the opposite of distraction is traction. And if you look at the etymology of both words, traction and distraction both come from the same Latin root, trahare, which means to pull, and they both end in the same 6 letters, A-C-T-I-O-N. So that word is action. So traction and distraction both end in the word action. So traction is defined as any action that pulls you towards what you want to do, things that you do with intent. Now, the opposite of traction is distraction, anything that pulls you away from what you plan to do. Now, this is really important, this dichotomy, for 2 reasons. Number one, anything can be a distraction. Let me show you an example. So I used to, before I wrote this book and changed my life using these techniques, I would oftentimes sit down at my desk and I'd say, okay, now it's time for me to do what I said I'm going to do. Here I go. I'm going to stop procrastinating. I'm going to work on that big project. I'm going to stay focused. Here I go. But let me just check email real quick. Let me just do that easy thing on my to-do list real quick. Let me get myself going, be productive with a few of these other tasks. And I would argue that checking email, checking that Slack channel, even though it feels productive, that's not work, that's pseudo work. Because you see, distraction is really deceptive. Distraction tricks you into thinking that something is important when it isn't. And what we do when we prioritize these tasks, like email, checking Slack channels, checking the news, thinking we're being productive, thinking we're doing something that we should be doing when we're really not intending to do that behavior, when we're doing it out of something that is a distraction rather than traction, we are prioritizing the urgent at the expense of the important.